our quick agenda here. We're going to talk about like how to prompt our AI. So things you can think about when you're out in the field. What can you say? Some context details like that. And then we're going to get into those features specifically. So all of our AI actions with our walkthrough notes, summaries, all that good stuff in our pages. We're going to talk about quick captions, so leaving those notes directly on the photo. And then we're also going to talk about our checklist. So our digital to-do lists that live in CompanyCam. Going to walk through all of that and how we also have AI with our checklist now as well. So before we get started and jumped into that though, I'm going to move over to our slide here. If you guys haven't been on our social media recently, LinkedIn, Instagram is where a lot of this is happening, but we are redesigning our mobile app. And we're doing it within 60 days. So Luke, our CEO, is sharing daily updates. And we would love for you guys to take a look at some of these videos. You can leave comments. Like, we really want your input there. So this QR code, bottom of the screen, will take you right there. If you don't get that scanned in time, no problem. Just go to CompanyCam on Instagram, again, LinkedIn. Check out what we're doing. We got some really cool stuff coming. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with our features then. So to get started here, we're going to talk first of all about our walkthrough note. So if you guys are new to CompanyCam or haven't used our walkthrough note yet, this is our tool that's kind of like your digital personal assistant. This can be used for estimates, initial walkthroughs within CompanyCam. It's a way to walk around the property, speak out loud, take photos, and it's all going to be organized nicely into a page for you with our walkthrough note. So as you can see on my screen, I have my mobile. I also have my desktop. Especially with walkthrough note, you're going to be on the mobile side. So you'll see both here back and forth, but we're going to start off on the mobile side here. I'm in my project and I'm going to go to my pages here. So what you can do is hit that plus page button, and down at the bottom is you're going to see walkthrough note. So again, some optimization for this and to help our AI when you're about to do your walkthrough note, speak very clearly. Just like when you're talking to someone on the phone, you want to make sure you know what you're going to say. Try not to muffle. Be as clear as possible, and more context is going to be better results. So something else I've been sharing with my customers is you can kind of set the stage with your walkthrough note. So I can say, hey, this is Sarah's project, and we're going to start in the kitchen here. Let's go ahead and take a picture on the north side. So kind of setting the stage of what this project is about, where I'm at in the house, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my pictures. So this is going to help our AI build it out really nicely for you and have that organization. So again, on the mobile side, under pages, I hit that plus button and I'm going to see that walkthrough note here down at the bottom. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to hit my walkthrough note here. Okay, we are at CompanyCam headquarters here, and we have a lot of remodeling to do. So we're going to start off here. This is going to be on the east side of the wall, and this TV, let's get some measurements on that. I'm going to take a photo of it. Also on the east side here, we have our little computer screen. That is not working right, so we need to make sure we get somebody to look at that. Also, let's move up to the light fixtures. These are damaged. So let's get someone to look at those along with the one on the south side. Okay, let's move to the other side of the room. So now we're facing west, and let's take a look at these windows. I do not think those shades are working correctly. And then let's move over to the carpet here on the ground. We need a cleaning, and let's make sure that we get that fixed over there. So as you can tell, again, giving it as much context as possible, talking about what I'm doing, and I'm also taking these photos. So this is live, it's not a video. It's going to be building out a nice page. I'm thinking out loud, I'm giving it context, and then I'm also taking those photos. I hit this pause button, or the mute button, so you can mute yourself if you do need to take a break, or if somebody comes up and talks to you, just hit that in the bottom right corner. You can unmute and continue, or just simply hit done in the top left corner. Okay, I just hit done here. Waiting for it to process. Let's go to our pages also on the desktop side here. So people in the field, you guys can capture these, create those walkthrough notes. Back in the office, you guys also, of course, can see that right here. So let's click on it on both sides. Open it up here. And so with this walkthrough note, it's going to give you that title. So I said that we're here at CompanyCam doing remodeling. And then as you can see, it structures it nicely here. It takes what I was saying and puts it into bullet points, includes those photos, and so on and so forth. The best part about this is you guys are editors. So if you need to add more details to this, maybe you wanted another bullet point here, just simply touch your screen and your keyboard will pull up, hit enter, and then you can add more information. Of course, you can do this on the desktop side as well. So want to make sure you guys can always add more photos or more text to this. And then once it's good, just like everything else in CompanyCam, just hit share, send it out the door. On the mobile side, hit that arrow, send that link out. Okay, so that's our walkthrough note. Again, that's become a super popular feature here within CompanyCam. If you can, give it as much context as possible and be pretty explicit about what you're saying, and that's going to help our AI structure it a little bit better. Some other AI features within CompanyCam, specifically on the mobile side. We have our progress recap, our daily log, and our summary. So under pages here, I'm going to hit that plus button, and you will see that we have the summary, the daily log, and the progress recap. And so how these work, they're going to take photos you've already taken that have descriptions on them, and it's going to create a nice page for you that will either be a summary, a daily log, or a progress recap. So to back up a little bit, when I was out in the field here, I was taking photos and I was doing the voice note and I was going to leave that description directly on the photo. So if I click on this one here, I took this photo and I used my voice to leave a description here. You can also type this out. We've had descriptions for a long time. You guys are probably pretty familiar with that. So when you click on a photo, you can also type out that description as well. But for efficiency, and if you're training your team for the first time, using that voice to text is going to be much quicker for you guys, and you can get on to taking more photos. So to go all the way back to the beginning here, when I'm in my project and I click on my camera, when I take a photo, you're going to have a bar that pops up that says description. So this is where I can say, let's clean the blue water bottle. Hit done. Take a photo here. Description, let's be sure to fix the TV. Done. So by doing that out in the field and using that voice to text, it's leaving that description on each photo. So then at the end of the day, if you want to create that quick summary or that progress recap, you have those descriptions on the photos, and then the AI can go ahead and create that for you. So I will go ahead and demo that for you now. So it's the end of the day. I took my photos. I know I have descriptions. Let's go back to our Pages tab, hit that plus button, and let's do a progress recap. So I'm just going to choose the third one right here, progress recap. And then it prompts you to select photos to choose. So I've got a lot of different photos here within my project, and I'm going to look for ones that specifically have those 3 lines. That means there is a description or some sort of context with this photo. So I'm going to go ahead and select those. You can, of course, select a few that don't. You need at least 3 for the AI to be able to write a summary for you. And let's go ahead and click generate. Okay, so our AI is creating this page for you. Again, you're going to view it on mobile. You will also be able to edit and view this on the desktop side. So right away, it gives it that title here. We've got the project recap. It's got that date on there, title, address, summary date. The photo taker here, we got Sadie on our team. It writes a nice summary for you. And then of course we have our sections here with photos. The descriptions from the photos are going to be loaded in there, and so on and so forth. So this is just a really great way to summarize what you did on the job site that day. This is great for internal purposes. If you want to send this out to the customer right away, really easy to do by just clicking that arrow button in the top right corner. So Again, with the progress recap, summary, and daily log, you're going to take those photos you've already taken with the context and then generate that. For an example of what the others look like here, like the daily log and the summary, I went ahead and generated a few for you. The summary is going to be a little bit more stripped down. This is going to be the more basic version. Gives you a summary of what was going on the job site with the photos, and just puts it right here for you. And then also with our daily log, let's pull it up here on the mobile side. On the daily log here, this one's going to be a little bit more detailed, sort of like that progress recap, where it's going to have that overview, some remaining to-dos in there, and then extra notes. So all in all, for you guys, if you're just getting started with this, I encourage you and your team out in the field when you're taking your photos to start leaving those descriptions when you take the photo here. Hit add description, and just like the walkthrough note, be clear, be concise, add as many details as possible so the AI can use that then to create that page. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit more about our pages here. So we have a lot of exciting things coming this year, and we actually just keep adding more and more AI to our pages, which is really exciting. So I want to talk here first. You can turn a page into a checklist. We're going to get into checklists pretty soon. And you can also create our pages to be a template. So a template means you can save and reuse that over and over again. For example, like maybe your inspection report, you want to bring that into every single job. We can build that out in the pages here. So both mobile and desktop, when you hit create page, you guys can build out a blank page for the first time. So this is going to be, it kind of looks like a Google Doc. It's a free flowing document here where you can add text, you can add in photos, you can even add in a table. So using this for like time tracking, maybe some of your invoices here manually, you can do that within your pages. So I'm going to back up here and show you an example of one. Let's go create page and let's use a template. So quick overview here, templates are a feature that will be on Premium or Elite. So if you're following along and you don't see access to templates, that means you're probably on our Pro plan. So at the end here, we're going to talk to you about how you can get connected with your Success Manager to maybe try out our templates. So just wanted to let you know this is going to be a Premium or Elite feature. So again, a template means you can save and reuse this page over and over again. We have our time and labor sheet here. This is just an example of what you can build within our pages. So we have our table here. You can add in images. You've got your different tasks down here. And then of course, if you want to use our signature feature at the end, you can have someone sign off. If we go back here, let's just check out one more. If you need to type it in here, let's pull up an inspection one. Let's use our roofing and exteriors one. So just another example here, if you want to add in that project address, you know, all of your information here. Once you sell a job, you can add in those tasks here. Again, I manually built this out for the first time, and then you have where you can add in photos and other information. You can simply hit use template if you want to go ahead and then use that with on the job site. Again, you can do this on the mobile side as well. Export it as a PDF or resave it as a template. If you guys do add your own edits to it, you can of course save and reuse these over and over again. Okay, let's move into checklists here. So our checklists are a fantastic way to keep everybody on the same page. So like our pages, people are also using these for inspections. So if you guys have like a to-do list that you're doing on a piece of paper right now, or maybe in another software, let's get it uploaded into CompanyCam. We can also build it out manually, and you guys can start working through that for your team. So probably the most common use case is an inspection. So anything that's like a digital to-do list is perfect for our checklist feature within CompanyCam. So we have 4 great ways to create a checklist. Used to be all manual, but as of recently, we brought AI into our checklist here. So we can create one from a document. We can also create a checklist through the walkthrough note, what I demoed first. We can also create a checklist from a page. So what I also just showed. And then you can also do one by just using your voice. So I'm going to demo all of those for you here. Again, at the end of this, if you want to follow up from your CSM, you all have one, we'd be more than happy to schedule demos with you, as we know there's quite a bit going on here. So checklists within CompanyCam, I'm in my project. I go to my tab here where it says checklists. On mobile, it's going to be this tab over here. So the first one I'm going to show you is to take a document and convert it into a checklist. So most people already have what they want for that digital to-do list on a piece of paper. That's great. Let's get that uploaded into CompanyCam and get it converted into a checklist. So what I recommend for you, if you already have that piece of paper with your to-do list, navigate to your Documents tab. You can also go to Documents on mobile and scan in your document. So if you need to upload it, just hit Upload Documents here. You'll see you have the option to choose from your computer. On the mobile side, if I hit plus document, I can still upload it from my files. I can also scan in that document as well. Once you have that document loaded into your Documents tab, let's go ahead and click on it here. So this is my home inspection checklist. I had this on a piece of paper here. I want to take this document and make it a digital checklist within CompanyCam. So what I'll do is hit my three dots in the top right corner and hit Create Checklist. So we'll give it a minute here. It needs just a couple seconds here to think and to build out this checklist for you on both mobile and desktop. Let's go ahead and click into it here. Still thinking. It's taking a little bit longer than normal, so let's just refresh this on my side as well. Well, we'll let it think for a bit, and I'm going to just show you another example of a checklist. So let's go down here and go to a checklist. So once it's done building it out, this is exactly what a checklist is going to look like. It gives it a title, it's going to have sections, and then you're going to have different fields. So these fields are fantastic on the mobile side when you guys are out in the field, because you can answer questions and take photos. So this is what that checklist is going to look like. Let's pop back here, see if it's done loading. Okay, this one is just having a hard time, so we'll just let that one be and check back on that. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So you can create a checklist from a document. You can also create a checklist from a walkthrough note. So the first thing we did here was demo that walkthrough note. I'm walking around the property, taking my photos and thinking out loud. So I'm going to navigate back to my Pages tab. That's where my notes live. And let's come down to one here. There we go. CompanyCam remodeling and maintenance checklist. So this is the one, again, I'm walking around getting that context. Let's go up to our three dots and hit Create Checklist. So just like the other one here, it's going to start building it and it's going to create it into a checklist. And maybe it's not going to like me today. It's there for you. Okay, let me just go back here and click into it again. Our team is looking at it and they have access to it. So maybe it's just my computer here and my Wi-Fi. Let's go completely out of here and go back one. Okay, well, it's being difficult for me today, so we'll just let that be. So the whole point is you can create a checklist from a document, you can create it from a walkthrough note, and you can also create it from a regular page. So my invoice with photos here, I can do the same thing. Click those dots in the top right corner and hit Create Checklist. So 3 great ways to create checklists within CompanyCam using our AI with a document that you already have. Oh, did that work here? Okay, fantastic. It just loaded for me. So the remodeling and maintenance checklist. So we had this as that walkthrough note. I went create checklist, and here we have it. So now on the mobile side, when I pull this up, I can click on it here, work through those different fields, take those photos and check it off. Okay, the last way to create a checklist here. Of course, you can build these manually, but the last cool way using our AI is going to be the talk and describe what needs to get done. So this will be on the mobile side. I'm in my project, I go to checklists, let's hit that plus button, and then located down at the bottom is going to say talk. So describe what needs to get done. With all of our AI features within CompanyCam, anytime you see that purple or blue gradient, that means it has some sort of AI magic to it. So just wanted to point that out. It'll say generate with AI, but if you do see the purple and blue, that means it's going to have some AI with it. So a few examples or tips and tricks for your voice commands when creating a checklist. So just like the other ones, give it as much detail as possible. Like, I am in the kitchen, let's create a task to clean the sink. Also in the kitchen, let's create a task to clean the floors. So I'll demo that for you here, but kind of the same old thing. Just be pretty explicit about what you're saying so the AI can go ahead and do its thing. So let's go ahead and hit talk. Okay, let's create a to-do list for my kitchen chore list. So let's organize all the cleaning fields into a section called chores. Let's start with the field to clean the sink faucet. Let's also create another task to clean the floors. And let's also create a task to clean off the table. Let's create a new section for the living room. Create a field to vacuum the floors. Let's also create another field to dust the shelves. Pause. So if you need to take a minute, you can. You can resume if you need to. You can, of course, hit cancel. And let's go ahead and hit done. So we're pending our checklist here. Again, if you guys are kind of walking around and you just want to speak out loud about what needs to be done, a really easy way to do it there, just hit that microphone button. And as you'll see, it's listening to you. There's no camera or anything like that because we're creating the checklist for the first time. It's going to build it out for you here, and then you'll be able to go ahead and complete that. Okay, it's loaded here on the desktop side, so I'm going to go ahead and click into that. And here we have it. So we have our title here, and I asked AI to title this as chores. And then, as I was saying, let's create a task to clean the faucet. Let's create a task to clean the floors. And here we have that. So on the mobile side, then you can go ahead and complete that. So talking about the completion side of things, we also have some AI here where you can talk to your checklist and it will complete it for you. So let's go down to one here. Let's go over on the desktop side as well. Okay, so for creating or for completing a checklist, of course you can do this manually. If you've used our checklist before, you know exactly what to do. You click on the camera, you take your photos, you check it off, answer any questions. Now with our microphone here, you can speak into your phone and you can also complete those. So a few tips and tricks with this. The chore to clean the kitchen is complete, or I inspected the work area for damage, and yes, there is existing damage. So again, be pretty explicit with it. If you do have a rating scale, you can say, let's rate this as a 2, or let's answer this question no, if it's a yes or no question. So let's go ahead and get started here. So I'm in my checklist, I hit my microphone. Okay, for my property damage assessment, let's go ahead and inspect the damage to walls on units 1 and 2. Let's rate that a 5. I'm gonna click my camera. Let's also take a photo of it here. You can see that that task is right there. Hit done. Whoops. Okay, for repairing the chips on the wall of unit 1, let's go ahead and mark that as complete. I'm going to go ahead and take a photo of that. Hit done. For remove damage, flooring and furniture, let's go ahead and mark that as complete. For getting a bid to replace the flooring, let's mark that as a 2. And to fix the exposed wires, let's go ahead and mark that complete. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit done. So for the gist there, hit the microphone, look at the task and what it says. You can say it out loud. Let's mark this complete. Let's mark this NA. Let's rate this a 4 or a 5. So scroll back up here. And me, I was clicking on the camera if I wanted to include the photo. So that is something the AI isn't going to take the photo for you. You do need to click on the camera and snap that yourself. But when I'm saying, let's complete this, I gave it a 5. I just said, let's, repair the chips on the wall. Let's mark that complete. So you guys probably get the idea there. And as you can see, it goes and it will, after you hit done, it will then mark those off for you. Any questions so far? Okay, fantastic. Just a quick reminder, if you can put your questions in the Q&A box instead of the chat, the Q&A box makes it way easier for us to answer them. And this will be sent to you within 24 hours. So we're recording this. We're going to put it on our classes page. We're going to send it directly to your inbox. So if your team can't make it, again, I know we're going through things kind of fast here, you will get the recording. So thanks again so much for being here. We appreciate your questions here and want to help you as best as possible. Okay, honestly, that is the main gist here with our AI features here within CompanyCam. Keep those questions coming here within the Q&A, but just to reiterate here, when you guys are talking, just if you can minimize background noise, we know that's like really hard to do on a job site. So if it's loud, no stress. But if you're running into problems with your AI not hearing you, that could be one of the reasons why. And then giving it context, I'm on the north side, I'm on the south side, I'm moving into this room, I'm moving into that room. The more details, the better our AI is going to work for you here. So it's AI, it's not perfect. So keep trying different things. And of course, if you have questions about this, reach out to us. We'd love to help you with that, train you on it, and honestly, just learn from your experience so we can also make it better for you. Okay, we have a few things here to wrap up. So resources here. I mentioned earlier that we talked about different pro, premium, and elite features. So if you were following along or you plan to go back and check out these features, if you don't have access to all of the AI or the templates, it's possible that you're on a lower plan. If you would like to get a demo of these again, or even give it a little test run, we offer free trials. So you all have a customer success manager, and we would be so happy to get you in touch with them. So we will launch a poll here if you guys would like to say yes or no. Do we have a poll for that, Christian? Okay, if not, we'll get this figured out. If you would like to get a follow-up from them, we would love to be in touch with you. Otherwise, we have an amazing support team here on the left-hand side. You can see, you can chat in with them if you're having a technical problem. If you need help right away, chat with our support team. You can see that they have an email. You'll also find it on the mobile side in the app and on desktop where it says chat with support. They're amazing. They'd love to help you. We have Spanish resources here. We have a help page. We also have a website, lots of YouTube videos as well. We have that help site, like I mentioned, with amazing articles. So if you want to type in templates or checklist AI, go to the help page, type in that keyword, and you will find documentation around that. For videos, we do these classes all the time. Feel free to sign up for as many as you want. We also have some on YouTube there and then also on our help center. And then last, like I mentioned before, you can get personalized training with your CSM. You can email success@companycam.com and we'll get you connected with them